Gentlemen, let me ask you something that might surprise you. What if I told you that your morning coffee, the same cup you've trusted for years to wake you up, could actually be lowering your testosterone and slowing your circulation instead of helping it? Most men over 60 drink coffee every day, but very few realize that the way they drink it may be holding back their energy, their stamina, and even their performance in the bedroom. I'm Dr. Laura Bennett, and today I'm going to show you how one simple upgrade can turn coffee from a quick jolt into a natural booster for testosterone blood flow and confidence. This isn't about giving up coffee, it's about drinking it the right way after 60. But before we get started, I want to hear from you. Do you drink coffee every morning? Type number 1 in the comments if you do, or number 2 if you don't. I'm Dr. Laura Bennett, a urologist who has spent more than 18 years working with men just like you. Over those years, I've spoken to thousands of patients who thought they were simply getting older when their energy started fading. Their hands and feet grew colder, or when they noticed less drive and confidence in the bedroom. But in most cases, the real issue wasn't just age. It was circulation, hormone balance, and the habits around everyday routines, like drinking coffee. Coffee is one of the most common morning rituals in the world. It gives a quick spark of alertness, and many men can't imagine starting the day without it. Yet the truth is, coffee by itself is a double-edged sword. It can raise cortisol, the stress hormone that lowers testosterone, and when it's combined with sugar or processed creamers, it can trigger inflammation that tightens arteries instead of relaxing them. That means the very drink you rely on to feel awake could be quietly working against your long-term stamina and vitality. The good news is that we don't need to give up coffee to fix this. Instead, we can upgrade it with natural boosters that support circulation, balance hormones, and fuel real energy. I've guided men who once felt drained to rediscover strength by making this one change. So let me ask you, have you ever felt more tired after coffee than before? Leave a number 3 in the comments if that has happened to you, or hit the like button if you've never noticed it. Your answers will help other men realize they are not alone in facing this hidden problem. Many men come to me believing that coffee is their daily lifeline, but what they don't realize is that the way they drink it often makes their problems worse. The first mistake I see constantly is drinking coffee on an empty stomach. When you do this, your cortisol levels spike, your blood sugar becomes unstable, and testosterone takes a hit. Instead of feeling steady energy, you may notice a jittery rush, followed by an afternoon crash that leaves you drained. The second mistake is what gets added into the cup. Packets of refined sugar-flavored creamers, or heavy artificial additives, create inflammation inside your blood vessels, making them stiffer and narrower. That means circulation slows, oxygen delivery weakens, and the very places you want strong blood flow, your muscles, heart, and sexual organs don't get what they need. A third mistake is overdoing it. More than 3 or 4 cups a day puts excess strain on your heart, can cause irregular sleep, and slowly chips away at your stamina. Let me share a story to illustrate this. Thomas, a 64-year-old retired teacher, came to my office feeling constantly tired. He drank 3 large cups of sweet coffee every morning. At first he got the boost he expected, but by midday his legs felt heavy and his energy was gone. At home, he noticed his intimacy with his wife was less satisfying, and he blamed it all on aging. But when we examined his habits, the real culprit was obvious: his coffee routine. After we adjusted it, the changes were dramatic. This is the painful truth. It isn't always age that steals your strength. It's the daily patterns you don't question. If you've ever felt that coffee gave you a quick high, but left you weaker later, you are not alone. Tell me in the comments by typing the number 3 if this has happened to you, or press like if you've never noticed it. Your answer might help another man realize what's happening in his own body. Think of your body as a car engine. Coffee by itself is like turning the ignition key. It wakes the system up. But if the tank is filled with the wrong fuel, or the oil is old and dirty, the engine won't run smoothly. Caffeine stimulates your nervous system and makes your heart pump faster, but that doesn't guarantee healthy circulation or balanced hormones. For blood to truly flow, you need nitric oxide, a natural chemical messenger that tells your vessels to relax and expand. Without enough of it, even a strong heartbeat can't push blood efficiently through narrowed arteries. This is why so many men feel awake after coffee, yet still experience cold hands fatigue and weaker performance. Coffee alone is not enough fuel. Now here's the science. Certain natural compounds work in harmony with caffeine. Cinnamon, for example, stabilizes blood sugar and helps vessels stay open longer. Raw cacao contains flavonoids that increase nitric oxide by up to 30%, creating more flexibility in the arteries. A study published in the Journal of Urology found that men who combined moderate coffee intake with flavonoid-rich foods had 27% fewer circulation problems than those who relied on coffee alone. Another overlooked nutrient is magnesium, often depleted in men over 60. Magnesium calms the nervous system and prevents the stress hormone cortisol from overpowering testosterone. When added to the diet alongside coffee, it acts like balancing weights on a scale, keeping energy steady instead of spiking and crashing. I saw this firsthand with David, a 67-year-old patient who came to me complaining that coffee made him restless, then exhausted. He switched from sweetened lattes to a simple morning coffee upgraded with cinnamon and cacao. Within 6 weeks, his circulation improved, his hands were no longer cold, and his wife noticed a difference in his energy during the day and at night. He told me, "Doctor, for the first time in years, my coffee doesn't drain me, it fuels me. So I want to hear from you. Would you be interested in knowing the exact recipe I gave David so you can try it yourself?" Type yes in the comments if you want me to share the step-by-step method, or type no if you think plain black coffee is still the way to go. Either way, your response will show other men they are not the only ones questioning their daily habits. Here is the good news. You don't have to wait months to start noticing a difference. A few simple changes to the way you prepare your morning coffee can deliver steady energy, warmer circulation, and even a lift in confidence. The first step is timing. Never drink coffee on an empty stomach. Have a light breakfast first, then enjoy your cup. This keeps cortisol in check and gives your body real fuel to work with. The second step is upgrading the ingredients. Instead of refined sugar, stir in half a teaspoon of raw honey. Honey provides natural sweetness and supports stable blood sugar rather than the spike and crash cycle of white sugar. Next, add a pinch of ground cinnamon. Cinnamon helps your blood vessels stay flexible and improves insulin sensitivity, which means more efficient energy delivery. Finally, mix in half a teaspoon of raw cacao powder. Cacao is rich in flavonoids that raise nitric oxide, the very compound your body uses to relax arteries and allow blood to flow smoothly. Let me tell you about Marco, a 62-year-old former engineer who came to me feeling wiped out after every cup of coffee. He followed this upgraded recipe faithfully for just 2 weeks. By the end of that period, he noticed he no longer had the mid-morning crash. His afternoon walks became easier, his hands stayed warm, and he told me his wife had commented on his renewed spark. What made the difference was not quitting coffee, but transforming it from a stress trigger into a circulation booster. The beauty of this method is how easy it is. These ingredients are inexpensive, available in any grocery store, and take less than a minute to add. Yet the results can be felt in days and build over time. So here's my challenge to you. Try this upgraded coffee routine for the next 7 mornings and see how your body responds. Then come back and tell me in the comments if you felt more steady energy or warmer circulation. Your story may inspire another man to make the change. Short-term fixes are powerful, but lasting transformation requires a broader system. Think of it as three pillars working together: upgraded coffee, supportive nutrition, and daily lifestyle habits. Each pillar strengthens the others, creating a cycle of energy circulation and confidence that grows over time. The first pillar is your coffee. By consistently preparing it with natural boosters like cinnamon, cacao, and honey, you set the tone for your entire day. It becomes more than a stimulant. It becomes a daily treatment that opens vessels, supports testosterone, and stabilizes energy. The second pillar is nutrition. Coffee alone cannot supply all the nutrients your body needs after 60. Add leafy greens like spinach and kale to increase nitrates, fatty fish like salmon or sardines for omega-3s, and seeds such as pumpkin or flax for zinc and magnesium. These foods protect arteries, reduce inflammation, and provide the building blocks for hormone balance. The third pillar is lifestyle. A short 10-minute walk after meals acts like a pump, pushing blood through the vessels and strengthening them over time. Quality sleep, at least 7 hours a night, gives your body the chance to repair vessel walls and replenish testosterone. And daily hydration, especially water with lemon, keeps your blood volume steady, so nutrients reach every corner of your body. When all three pillars are in place, the effect multiplies. Let me share the story of Michael, a 71-year-old retired carpenter. He came to me discouraged, believing his best years were gone. He suffered from cold feet, low stamina, and a loss of confidence with his wife. We didn't start with medications or extreme diets. Instead, we built his three-pillar plan. He upgraded his morning coffee, added simple meals with fish and leafy greens, and committed to a nightly walk with his wife. In the first month, he noticed warmer hands and fewer afternoon crashes. By the second month, his stamina improved, and he began walking longer distances. At the 3-month checkup, the change was remarkable. His handshake was firm, his posture straighter, and his smile confident. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've turned back the clock 15 years. That's the beauty of synergy. Coffee ignites the system, nutrition fuels it, and lifestyle sustains it. This system isn't about perfection or deprivation. It's about small, consistent choices that align with how your body naturally wants to heal. When you treat your vessels with care, they respond by delivering more energy, strength, and vitality than you thought possible after 60. And that renewed strength doesn't just affect you, it revives your relationships, your mood, and your outlook on life. Imagine waking each morning with steady energy, walking without fatigue, and approaching intimacy with confidence again. That is what the three pillars can deliver. So ask yourself, are you ready to give your body the tools it needs to thrive, not just survive? If your answer is yes, start with one pillar today and keep building. Let's bring it all together. Coffee is not your enemy, but the way you drink it can either weaken or strengthen you. When you upgrade it with natural boosters, add nutrient-rich foods, and support it with simple lifestyle habits, it becomes a daily ally for blood flow, testosterone, and energy. You don't need expensive supplements or extreme routines. What you need are small, consistent choices that build momentum. Every clove of garlic, every handful of greens, every upgraded cup of coffee becomes part of a cycle that restores strength instead of stealing it. After 60, your body is still capable of growth, repair, and renewal, but only if you give it the tools. I have watched men transform their lives by following this path, and you can too. So here is my challenge for you. For the next week, try the upgraded coffee recipe I shared and commit to one walk each day. Then return here and tell me what you noticed. Type the word coffee in the comments if you're ready to begin. Hit the like button if coffee is a part of your daily life, and subscribe so you don't miss the next step-by-step plan I'll be sharing. Remember, it's never too late to feel alive again. The habits you choose today will shape the energy, confidence, and vitality you enjoy tomorrow. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. If you have a medical condition or are taking prescribed medication, consult your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or lifestyle.